Hi, everybody. It's Diana with StampingWithDi.com, and I want to welcome you to this week's Mimeograph Monday. And I'm doing this one a little bit differently. So you need to let me know if you like it this way or not. I have a little bit of trouble sometimes connecting to the internet. So I'm doing it this way. And we'll see how it goes. So please let me know. And it's a new month already, right? So we have new stuff going on, new classes, celebration, and the holiday mini catalog starts tomorrow. So I'm actually going to be showing a card out of the mini catalog today. And it is super, super cute. All right, so let me flip the phone here. And we will go over some of the August business stuff before we have fun. All right. So there's always a new host code, and this is the hostess code for August. Now, this is only if you are not part of my virtual club, because you have your own private code if you are part of the virtual stamp club. But otherwise, this is a code you will use if you are not ordering, if you are ordering under 150. If you are ordering 150 or more, don't use the code, because then you'll be your own hostess and get your own hostess benefits. Plus, for celebration, you'll be earning free celebration for every 50, or there's also a level for $100 as well. Also, I have a new incentive, and these are the Bumblebee Trinkets. They are so fun. And let me get them. Hold on a minute. I thought I had them right there on the table. No. Where are you? Hold on a minute. All right. There's always something for the live, right? All right. So here are the cute butterfly. I mean, I have a picture here, but let me show you them for real. They are so cute. Oh my gosh, I love them. They are just so adorable. And you just attach them with a glue dot. They're super fun. And I've used them a few times on my cards and stuff. So you definitely want to get a pack of those. And when I send you your August thank you card, then you would get them in September. Okay, let's see. What else am I going to be showing? All right, so today I am using this bundle here. So it's a sweet little stockings bundle. Aren't they cute? And here are the dies. And what is super fun is, I didn't even realize, I guess I wasn't paying attention, the die has this fun banner, stitched banner. Anything with stitches, I love, love, love. And then it even has a little tiny one here as well. So I'm going to be using that, as well as the presents and the fun little holly. I'm going to use that too. So that's what we're going to use. All right, so let me get situated. So the mini catalog and celebration starts tomorrow. So I cannot wait. If you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you do not have a catalog, please let me know if you're in the United States. Okay, another thing that I'm going to be using today is the awesome 12 by 12. And this is the part of the suite. And this is the, what is it called? Sweet Stockings 12 by 12 DSP. And this is actually part, you'll be getting part of like, this is part of my DSP share. So if you didn't sign up for that, and this is August the 1st, no, what is this? August the 2nd, you still could let me know, but today would be the last day to sign up for those. All right, but this is super cute. So this is part of it. So anyways, my phone is too close for me to like flip the whole 12 by 12. All right, so let's see, what else are we using? We are using Pear Pizzazz. So that is my card base. And I'm just going to give it a crease. And then the inside is just going to be a piece of basic white. And because I'm also using this on the front of the card, I want to put this on the inside of the card. So you know me, I always cut it a little bit longer, and you can see the cute little critters on the back. So if you wanted, you could put the critters on the inside, but I'm just going to have it so it matches the front. All right. Super fun. All right, trim that up. And then I'm also using the ink pad. Now this is a photopolymer set, so I'm going to get my little mouse pad out. And I know I've talked about that before, that we have photopolymer and cling. And so if you use photopolymer, you need to have like some sort of gushy, like a foam pad underneath. And so like this right here that I use to stamp on, it has a foam because it's like thick. So, but most people probably don't have this huge mouse pad. So this is just a little mouse pad that we can order in supply as a demonstrator. So that's what I use. And it just adds a little bit of gushiness because a photopolymer doesn't have that spongy spring, you know, to it that the cling do. So the cling have that extra little boingy boingy to them. And then the, so you don't need that extra little pad underneath. But if you have issues with your photopolymers not stamping super well, a lot of time it's because, you know, you need to put that underneath there. All right. So we have, this is, what did I say it was? Evergreen, evergreen. Evening evergreen. And I'm going to put the big Christmas greeting. And it just says Christmas greetings. And this is from that same set. And that's just going to go right down here. Right along that DSP line. So now I'm just going to set it aside to dry. While I have my ink pad out, I'm also going to stamp the greeting on the tiny little banner that's going to go in the front. And then I can close my pad and not have to have it out anymore. So this one just says very merry. And then of course my phone is right in my way. So very merry. So that's going to go in the front as well. All right, now I can close that pad and be done with it. All right. So let me get that off to the side to dry as well. Then I just have some scrap paper, and that's what I'm going to stamp my presents. And I'm just going to use Memento. Now, the catalog sample was Memento, or was Stays On, and they used the watercolor pencils. But I wanted to use my blends, of course, right? Because I'm a big blends person, and it was just a little more vivid in color, and so that's what I went with. So my colors are just a little bit different because of that. So it might not be identical in that sense, but it's basically still the same card. So so what I'm going to do is I am going to stamp my presents. So we want 2 square presents. My manager pad. 2 square. 2 rectangle. We also are going to do 2 of the candy canes. Where is that one? Here's the candy cane. So 2 candy canes. And then there's a die that cuts all these cute little pieces out. All right, so we have 2 candy canes, 2 rectangles, and 2 square presents. So you could really fill that whole thing up if you're going to do a whole bunch of these cards. All right, so then I take it over and I go zip-dee-doo-doo-dah, and we have our cute little pieces all cut out. So also used is Old Olive. So Old Olive cardstock is used as well. And that does this little holly. Isn't that cute? I love that little holly. I don't know why I'm putting them on the mouse pad. Get off the mouse pad, you. All right. And then I'll bring this back over here and we're going to color these. So we have our 3 little hollies. Da, 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 da. Well, that's just the extra in case I boo-booed the greeting, because that does happen. All right. So let's start coloring. So we have real red for our candy canes. So I'm just going to go with the light real red. And I'm just going to go every other one. So it's just a red and white candy cane. Easy peasy. Now, if you were doing a bunch of these, I'm going to scoot down just a little bit. If you were doing a bunch of these cards, you could color them like on the full piece of paper and then die cut them out. Then you're not having to hold them. You know, I'm just holding them down so they don't wiggle on me. But I wanted to save a little bit of time. So I cut them. I cut them out in advance. All right, and then I'll do the dark real red. This is dark real red. And I'm just putting a little bit on the side just to have a little bit of a shadow. It's pretty small. So if you were making like a whole bunch of these for like Christmas cards, you could probably just skip it and do it in one color, you know, just to save yourself some time. All right, now I'm using light gray granite. And I was thinking I was gonna stack that lid up so you could see what color, but I forgot the lids have an angle to them, so it's not gonna stand up. All right, so we've got our cute little candy canes. So those are colored. We'll put them up with the ivy. All right, so then we have these. Now, they actually added some lines to the presents, like to make it look like it had a different design on it. So what I did was I just took a piece of cardstock. I mean, you could use a ruler, but I have a piece of cardstock here. All right, so I'm just going to lay my cardstock on here, and I'm just drawing this line. So basically, it's just putting squares. So now this wrapping paper looks a little different than the other wrapping paper, just to change it a little bit. All right, and this was a memento marker just because my basic black Stampin' marker is empty. So I just use that. All right, so then we can start coloring our cute little presents. All right, so this one is going to be the real red. So this is just like I did the candy cane. So light real red on the bow first, and then the dark. That. Then we're going to take Pool Party, and we are just going to color the every other one. So then you just kind of have to look ahead at like how it goes, how it's going to skip, right? So now this one will skip. That one, skip. It'll do that one. All right, so that would be this one, skip. And then you hope you don't mess it up when you get further on down. All right, so that one. And this one, skip, skip, skip to the loo. All right, so there's our cute little present. So that was the light pool party. And then the dark. Now, some of these colors, and I know I've talked about it in other videos, some of the colors don't show well on the camera. And Pool Party is one of those. And we talked about that special little pencil that I used to use when I worked for the accountant, that we could actually write on the front of a master, and you couldn't see it when you photocopied it. You know, there was something about that blue that didn't show. So I kind of think that the Pool Party is something like that, because it's really hard for the phone camera to pick it up. All right, so this is Old Olive, just a light Old Olive, and then we'll do the dark Old Olive, just to add a little shadow on the bow. All right, and then, now remember I told you that in the master, or the original one, they use watercolor pencils and they used the StazOn. So I changed it a little bit. So my colors are just a tad off, but nobody will be the wiser that gets the card. So I'm not, you know, worrying about it too much. All right, so we have Succulent. So I was like, okay, well, that's a new blend and it looks super good together. So we are just going light Succulent, and then I'm going to do the dark Succulent. And then this also had polka dots. So we're going to add some polka dots on there too. All right, so that was a light Succulent. And then I'll do just a little bit of dark around the bow, and just a little bit there, just to add a little definition. And then I'll go back with my light Succulent and blend up that to that line and get that line to be not so prominent. Okay. All right. So then I just guessed. I was like, okay, well, I used Evening Evergreen for the greeting. So then I'm going to use Evening Evergreen. And this is the light Evening Evergreen, because it's a pretty dark green, for my polka dots. So I'm just going to stagger some polka dots. And remember, it would go off as well, because this is just wrapping paper. So I'm just staggering polka dots on my card, or on my present, just to give this present, just so it looks a little bit different than the other one, because basically it's the same present, right? I mean, it's the same stamp. So we're just changing it a little bit. All right, so we're going to move that away. All right, so now we're going to do the cute little, where's my Pool Party? There's Pool Party. All right. So this one is Pool Party. So we're going to go light Pool Party. And you wouldn't have to, you know, change them. You could just do them the same, but I'm going kind of like the catalog. Just changing it ever so slightly. Okay, and then I'm going to do Polished Pink, because this is little girl's present. All right. We have Polished Pink. I love the Polished Pink. It's like, it just reminds me of bubblegum. Just a fun bubblegum pink. But you know how I always say the colors have, you know, like polished pink, right? Green, or Granny Apple Green, Pool Party, you know, they always have like the same letter. So bubblegum wouldn't really work, would it? Bubblegum pink. Could have been blowing bubblegum or something. I don't know, but that's what it reminds me of. And then this is just the dark, just so that there's a little bit of a different shadow to it. All right, scoot that out of the way. And then this one is going to be the combination of the red and the pink. So I'm just going to keep it the same pretty much as the catalog on this present. They just used the watercolor pencils. So every other, that one, and this one, and then this one. And then where's my light real red? Here's this light real red. So I'm just having to hold it because I cut it out ahead of time. So that's what I mean about if you're going to do, you know, a bunch of them, I would color it first and then cut it out. So you're not having to like hold it like I'm having to hold it. And you can color anywhere. Oh my gosh. I have colored all over the place. All right, super cute. And I'm just going to put a little bit of the dark real red, but I'm not going to add it to the pink because it darkened it too much on the other one, like the one I'll show you after. So it looked like it was almost too similar to the red. Like, I'm just going to not add the dark on the pink. All right, and then we're going to do a green bow. So this is just the old olive again. So light old olive and dark old olive. Just a little bit. Like that. Okay, so very, very good. So now we're going to bring our presents back. Because you know me, I'm going to add a little bit of gel pen. Now, of course, gel pen is not, we don't have gel pen. We don't have gel pen in the catalog. But I have gel pen. And I just get these off of Amazon. And this is just a jelly roll off of Amazon. I have them on my desk all the time. And if you have not registered for Fall Social, you always get a gel pen at the socials. So that's just a given. So you want to make sure that you, because I forgot to talk about that. So you want to make sure that you sign up for the Over the Border with Diane Marcy virtual Fall Social. So you have, so the early registration ended. So now, you know, you can still register. So it's $115. You get the 3 stamp sets that we talked about, a whole bunch of stuff, priority, there's a Zoom. I mean, it's a fun day. So you want to make sure you register for that. If you're in the United States, you'll register with me. If you are in Canada, you register with Marcy. All right, so let me go back to coloring. All right, so I'm going to take my gel pen and I'm just going to add a little highlight on my dots, just to emphasize them a little bit. Let's see, what else do I want? I want to put some little dots on my bow. Get my gel going. This is real subtle because it's pool party. But it just adds some little polka dots. And I'll do the same thing on this bow. So this you'll be able to see more because it's a darker old olive, right? But I'm just like touching it quick. I'm not being too anal about it. All right. Super, super fun. All right, so let's get those off of there. And let's put our card together finally, right? Okay, so we can put the inside of our card. Where is my adhesive? All right, so put the inside of our card together. And I'm going to scoot up a little bit. Sometimes I get too close. All right. Plus this will give me a little bit of room for my head to see. Okay, now one other thing I did was, oh, where's that embossing folder? Da, da, da. Let me get it. Dang it. All right, I had it over there. Okay, so this is also star-crossed So this is a really cute embossing folder. And look, it has stars on one side and then crossed on the other. I love that. So this wasn't on there either. But I wanted to have, so what they did was, because this is that fun little banner that I told you about, right? So it was just directly on the Pear Pizzazz, and this is just plain. So I wanted to give the Pear Pizzazz a little something, something. So I was just like, I'm going to use this embossing folder. So that's what I'm using. All right, so let me put some dimensionals. I'm going to put it on with dimensionals because it's Pear Pizzazz on Pear Pizzazz. So whenever I put the same color cardstock on top of, even if it's got an embossing, you know, which makes it look different, I usually like to pop it up just so that it's even more noticeably that there's another layer there. All right, so I'm just going to put that on there. And now you have that fun design on the back there. Okay, so let's pull this over here, and we are just going to basically start to add all our little pieces to this banner. I'm still with this crazy blue dots. If I can pick that up. All right, so we've got our little fun little hollies. So one's going here. One is going here, like that. Okay, blue dot off. All right, so then we also have our cute little candy canes. Aren't they so fun? And you could add green, so it could be, you know, the green, red, white candy canes, but I just left them red and white. Okay, so hang on. So we've got two blue dots stuck together there. All right, so our cute little candy cane. Don't tear it. All right, so this is just kind of cattywampus on there. And then this one, so they're just kind of, you know, they're together, right? And then this one is a little higher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a glue dot with my pick tool, and I'm just going to roll this glue dot up. That makes it smaller and thicker. Oops. And I'm going to stick that behind here. And that's just going to make that candy cane stay in place. Okay, so now we want this present. So I'm going to use a baby glue dot or a baby dimensional because it's going over top of these, and it's got a little bit of thickness to it. So I'm just getting all my pieces in place because then I can stick my dimensionals behind, right, as I go. All right, so this one also, I'm going to put dimensional there. And then the present is going to go here. So it kind of overlaps like they're stacked under the tree, right? All right, then we want our polka dotted one. And I'm just going to use blue dots for that one because it is pretty flat on the card. It's going to go back here. Okay, and then we have our fun little pink one. So that's going to go here. So again, I'm going to put my dimensional. And it will grab that. Okay, before I put my present, I also want to get my last little holly berry or holly leaf thing. And that's going to go here. So it's just going to kind of overlap that dimensional. And that's going to go on here. And then you can like see how that's kind of wiggly. So that's when you go, okay, well, I need to put a glue dot in there. So you can do the same thing. We're going to roll a glue dot and stick it under there. So now it's not going to go anywhere. So what I do is I just kind of, not rough, you know, you don't want to tear it, So you just kind of go, okay, that's a little loose. So the same thing, just take it back off the little mini glue dot, stick it up on your pick tool, lift and stick. Hang on a minute. Let me flip it around so I can see what I'm doing. Let's see here. Lift and stick. Lift and stick. There we go. There we go. So now it's not going to go anywhere. Okay. So just kind of do the same thing. So see, that one's good now. This one's stuck right on there, and that one's good. So they look like they're not going to go anywhere. And then we have our Merry, Very Merry, and that's going to go right here. And I'm going to use glue dots for that. It's going to go right there. Right. Then there's also this little piece of striped DSP. Now this DSP, I had to get it to have a flat because when you look at it, this DSP is on the diagonal. So when you cut it straight, you get like a diagonal. But this was straight in the catalog. So I just, cut it straight, and then that's just going to get stuck behind here. So, I mean, I could have had it be on the bias. Is that called bias? I don't even know. When something's like crooked. So I'm just putting glue dots on it. And then I'm just going to put it on here like that. Just kind of eyeball it straight. And then I'm just going to cut it so it kind of mocks that angle there. And now you have, another piece for another card. Okay, so let's bring the card over. All right, so that's going to go in here. And I am going to use dimensionals because I want to pop that up because it is so, so cute. All right, so let's see here. Popping it all up. It also uses some new matte decorative dots, and they are so cute. All right, so this goes down here. Like that. And then here's the decorative dots. So what's kind of neat, and I don't think I've ever seen this in a embellishment before, but look at, like, each one has their own little plastic that it's on. So I thought that was pretty unique. All right, then we're just going to stagger these dots around. So we're just going to stick yellow, grab a green one. Another little baby yellow. They're so cute. I like how they're not super blingy. I mean, we always say bling if it's just an embellishment, but they're not like in your face shiny. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Always odd, right? Odd numbers are more pleasing to the eye. All right, let's see here. All right, super fun. Super, super fun. All right, so there's that one. And then here's the one I did earlier. So they're not too much different. If they're too much different, they look pretty similar. I staggered these ones. I did a little bit better. All right. Now I also want to talk about the classes in the mail for August. All right. So I just announced these yesterday, I think it was. So Measure of Love. And so it's 52, and that includes the stamp set and the priority postage. You'll do 9 projects, 3 projects, 3 of each. And then it includes the PDF with the supplies and the video link. The 35 price I have here is for my team. So if you're not a demonstrator and you're thinking, hey, I'd love to be a demonstrator, they've got a special deal going on during celebration, but my team can get the card supplies for 35, and then, the priority postage and all that kind of stuff. And then they order their own stamp set, so they're getting their commission. So that's a little perk. All right, and then the Christmas card class in the mail is the stitched snowflakes. Now there's actually 14. They're just, you know, underneath there. And then the Merry Snowflakes. This is so cute. I love the look. This is just such a fun set. So this one is 56 if you just want the stamp set, but you need the die. So then you would have to get that die on your own. So you save a little bit when you do the bundle. And then that would be $84.50. And then you'd be doing 10 cards. And then again, 35 for my team. So just make sure you go over to my blog, because then, where did I put my little thing? Who knows? Who knows what I did with it? Good grief. I stuck it somewhere. But who knows what I did with it? But hopefully, you know, hopefully this works out. And it was a little easier. I had less. I was hoping I wouldn't have any reconnection issues or anything like that. So just let me know what you think. And if you're interested in the classes or the fall social, make sure you let me know. And otherwise, I will see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel. And for my Teach Me Tuesdays, and it's episode 91. 91. So anyway, so thank you so much for joining. If you are new to my channel, I'd love it if you would subscribe and give me the thumbs up. And if you have issues, I should have mentioned at the beginning, if you have issues commenting, because it'll be over to, you have to log in to your Gmail account in order for YouTube let you to comment. So anyways, all right, so I'm gonna say see you later, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, all right, bye for now.